what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm just gonna be talking to you guys about what I do to my hair, how to make sure that it stays healthy through all the bleaching and dyeing that I do. I made a poll on Instagram and you guys said that you wanted that to be the next video, so here we are. We're gonna talk about a few things about what I do to keep my hair healthy, or to make sure that it stays healthy throughout all the stuff that I do. So if you want to hear my tips, then just keep watching. Okay, so I did jot down some notes just of the main points that I want to go over. So the first main point that I want to introduce you guys to is basically getting to know your hair and getting to know your hair type, what works for your hair, what products will work for your hair, because I could sit up here all day and tell you guys what works for me and my hair, but that doesn't mean that it'll work for you. So you have to get to know your hair on your own and find out what products work for you. You have to find out what your hair needs. So you gotta get to know your hair. You just gotta kind of do a trial and error to see what will work for your hair and what won't. So like, for example, Tresemme might be too drying for your hair. You might need something with more moisture in it, so you have to try a new product. It's really a trial and error thing to get to know your hair and find out what products go the best with your hair type and your hair texture, because there are certain products for certain hair texture and hair type. So I would say the first main thing that you need to do is to get to know your hair. You got to do trial and error. You got to try some products. If they don't work, then you got to try other products. If it dries your hair out, well, you know you can't use that, so you try another product. I would also like to make a disclaimer about this video. I know not everybody has the same hair texture or hair type as me, especially since my hair is short. I don't care if my hair gets damaged because it's short. I'm gonna cut it anyway, regardless. So some things that I say might be a little bit different for other people, because, you know, if you have longer hair, you're gonna care about your hair being damaged because it's longer and, you know, you like your hair. But this leads me into my next point of, if you're going to color your hair or bleach it, if you're worried about breakage, don't use too many products at once. Don't use too many chemicals at once. So for instance, for me, I'll bleach my hair maybe 4 times a day if I wanted to, because I don't care about my hair breaking. I don't care about my hair being damaged, because it's gonna be like this ultimately. And you're not gonna know if it's like broken. I mean, you might notice if it's broken off, but you shouldn't be that close. So I really don't care, because my hair is short and I like it short. I'm gonna keep it short. But if you're somebody who does care about something like that, I wouldn't probably bleach your hair no more than twice in one day. You might have to split it up into days, like maybe 2 one day, 1 the next day. You may even take a break in between days, because the more bleach you put on your hair, the more it's gonna be damaged, the more it's gonna split, the more it's gonna break, or it's more prone to doing those things. So if you're worried about that, I wouldn't bleach your hair 4 times in one day like I did. If you're somebody who is worried about breakage and how to make sure your hair is still curly after you bleach it, you can use stuff like protein treatments. Those work really good, especially if you're into like bleaching your hair, changing your hair color. Protein treatments are your friend. They will help to bring back the curls. Hair conditioning masks, those are good too, to help with making sure your hair is moisturized. The main thing about like bleaching and dyeing your hair is just the fact that it's gonna be dry because of the bleach. It's gonna just strip your hair of moisture, so you want to try and bring back that moisture as much as you can. Deep conditioning hair treatments, leave-in or washing out, those are good. If you want to leave it in like overnight or something, wash it out in the morning. Those would be good to help bring the moisture back into your hair after you bleached it out. So those are really good. All of those moisturizing components like deep conditioner, protein treatments aren't necessary. I wouldn't say it's very like moisturizing. I mean, they are, but it's just more so to help your hair texture remain like go back to the way it was after you bleached it, because you know, after bleaching your hair doesn't always curl right back up. My hair didn't do it, so, but I did use a protein treatment and it did work pretty well. So protein treatments, hair mask, deep conditioning treatments, all of those things I would invest, especially if you're going to be bleaching and dyeing your hair. If you are worried about your skin or something like that, use a less hot, use the lowest developer that you can. I couldn't get it out. So in one of my other videos, I told you guys that I used to use level 20 developer, but every time I used it, I would burn myself. I would get a chemical burn. So I went down to 10, and that helped me get rid of that problem, because 10 is less harsh than 20. I guess my skin got really sensitive to 20, so I stopped using it. I used 10. So if you're worried about something like that, use the lowest developer that you can. It will take longer for you to dye your hair, but at least you'll be safer knowing that, you know, your skin won't react to the product because you use something of less chemical, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's less, so it won't be as harmful as 20, because that was a lot for me. So I had to tone it down with 10. That's how I was able to still color my hair. I like to do this every time I bleach my hair. I add conditioner to my bleach. You can do any conditioner that works well for your hair. So I like to add conditioner into my bleach because I feel like it just adds a little bit, another barrier of moisture and almost like a protectant. So that way it won't just be straight bleach on my hair. Like, it's bleach and conditioner to kind of, tone down the harshness. Water is your friend. I know a lot of people don't want to like wet their hair, you know, stuff like that. For me personally, when I do my hair, I notice a huge difference when I add water to it. It's like literally just water. Like, water is your friend. Like, water is your friend in all aspects of life. If your hair is dry, I know sometimes like water won't penetrate the hair like how it's supposed to, so you still have to get to know your hair. But for me, when I add water to my hair, it looks less frizzy. It's probably damaged because of how much I bleached it, but I don't care. I put water on it and it makes it look smooth again, smooth and put together. So water is your friend, not your enemy. I know there's dye that you don't necessarily have to bleach your hair with. So if you're interested in that, I think the only color you could probably do that with is like red. But I don't know. I'm not a hairstylist. I think I've heard of people dyeing their hair red without bleaching it. You could do that as well. Vitamins are also good to take to help your hair restore itself after you colored it, bleached it, whatever it may have you. Your diet might also help in keeping your hair strong and moisturized, what you eat. And oils, I don't know where I've seen this from, but a lot of people have been saying that oils don't really work for your hair or something like that. It was something I saw, I think, on Twitter, and they were just saying like, don't put oil in your hair. No. Like, for me, I put oil in my hair. I don't know if you're a hairstylist and you want to comment below and tell people no, you know, that's at your discretion. But for me, I do put oil in my hair and my scalp. It works for me. That's all I'm gonna say on that. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you trim your hair if you're going to be coloring it, bleaching it, because it will create split ends. And if your hair is split, it won't really be able to get back to its natural form, because the hair will just continue to split and it just won't be pretty. So you do want to make sure that you're trimming your hair. I don't know when exactly you're supposed to be trimming your hair. Like I said, I'm not a hairstylist. I don't care if my hair is uneven either, because no, you're not really going to be able to tell. Unless if I got it cut that way. I usually like my sides lower than the rest of my head. But if I'm wearing my hair like this, you're not going to be able to tell. So yeah, but trims are important as well if you want to keep up with just the overall healthiness of your hair, and not necessarily growth, because this isn't a video centered around growing your hair. It's just about maintaining it. If this seems overwhelming to you, or if you feel like you're better off going to a professional in order to get your hair bleached, dyed, colored, whatever may have you, go to a professional instead of listening to me. I'm not a professional. I can't tell you exactly what will work for your hair. I'm not licensed. I just know how to do my own hair. I got to know my hair, and that helped me figure out what I should and shouldn't be doing with my hair, or what I should and shouldn't do when I want to color it, when I want to bleach it, all those things. So if you're nervous about it, if you're scared about it, go to a professional. They might be able to help you better figure out what you should do at home that will help best for your hair. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys learned something or took away something that you could use to incorporate if you do decide that you want to do it by yourself. Hopefully something in this video helped you, or you want to incorporate it in there. And yeah, comment down below what else you guys want to see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.